Time for my news. My news will be all about DC. Um, DC and Warner Brothers and Discovery, aka Warner Brothers Discovery, has started making moves with the future of the DC cinematic universe, and they started that by canceling Batgirl. Batgirl has been officially canceled. They have shelved the project. It was already near completion, but they decided to go ahead and shelve it because they want to start anew, they want to restructure, and they want to focus on quality. With that said, not saying that Batgirl was a bad movie, but it's just not in line with what they want to do. What I'm going to say next is speculation, but these projects that were announced before the merger, like Batgirl, Supergirl, and Blue Beetle, they were all announced after the allegations of Ray Fisher saying that there was racism on set, all the stuff that was happening with Jeff John, Joss Whedon, and
Gal
uh,
Gadot.
no, not Gal Gadot. What's his
She
name?
had she had complaints from
Walter
them too,
Hamada.
though.
Yeah, she had complaints about Joss Whedon with that scene where the Flash falls on her and he's touching her boobs and stuff like that. Like she's like that didn't need to be in there, and she was 100% right. It didn't need to be. It didn't help anything, right? And it
But
wasn't even like that funny of a scene. So, but this is the response from the directors of the Batgirl show, who also happen to be, I think,
They're winning.
they're Muslim. No, they're two guys. They say we were
Somebody
saddened
was
and
at a wedding. I remember reading.
Oh,
And they
okay.
finished.
They said we are saddened and shocked by the news. We still can't believe it. As directors, it is critical that our work be shown to audience. And while the film was far from finished, we wish that fans all over the world would have had an opportunity to see and embrace the final film themselves. Maybe one day they will, inshallah. Our amazing cast and crew did a tremendous job and worked so hard to bring Batgirl to life. We are forever grateful to have been a part of the team. It was a dream to work with such fantastic actors like Michael Keaton, J.K. Simmons, Brendan Fraser, Jacob Scipio, Corey Johnson, Rebecca Front, and especially the great Leslie Grace, who would have portrayed Batgirl. I don't know how to take this news. It is what it is, but Warner Brother Discovery needs to really make these tough decisions on how they want to move with the future of the DC cinematic universe. And actually, right before the podcast, they were saying that they will do a DCEU reset and they will adopt a 10-year plan moving forward with the content and focus more on quality.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. So yeah, they're
I just
trying to
hope they don't
emulate
fuck it up like Marvel did.
they're trying to emulate the MCU, and they've stated that they want to focus on they're making a specific team that will handle just the DC projects and the 10-year plan, similar to what the structure at Disney, but with more sustainable growth. So what's happening with Disney right now with their Phase 4 is kind of flopping. It's not doing that great. Other shows that could be on the chopping block is, or movies that could be on the chopping block is Supergirl and then Blue Beetle. So Supergirl and Batgirl were supposed to take the places of Henry Cavill.
Ben Affleck.
Thank you, Ben Affleck. Like brain dead. Um, so and after like Warner Brothers Discovery took control and they started doing these moves, Ben Affleck has actually now gone back to being the Batman and is reshooting scenes with for the movie Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom. So he will be reprising his role in that. It is a rumor, but it is currently rumored that Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and The Flash are all getting new release dates as the studio is currently retooling each film in preparation for release. So they're making their edits to these movies and reshoots so they can, when they release them, it will go along with the plan that they are currently working on and making.
I just quickly, I since the movie's already done, I just feel like they should release that like they did Snyderverse, just like a separate entity. Unless the movie sucked, but you said it didn't.
I mean, it wasn't
Just
finished.
maybe they're just
Well,
saying
the
that.
movie was finished filming; it wasn't finished post production.
Yeah.
Right? So they already spent like $70 or $90 million on it. They said they're just going to do a tax write off. So with the movie, but I guess they watched it. They weren't super duper impressed with it, or it just didn't go along with the plan that they were trying to make. So they decided to shelf it. Will we ever get a release of this movie in the future? Who knows? It is always a possibility. It happened with the Snyder Cut, and it can happen with this one as well. But we will see.
Rudy
Um,
asked, "Is Robert Pattinson in a different universe? There's two Batmans now."
yes,
Fucking better be.
yes. So Robert Pattinson's The Batman has nothing to do with the Snyderverse.
Let's keep it that
It
way.
is completely separate. It's completely different. Speaking of Robert Pattinson's Batman, they had mentioned it's getting a sequel, but it has not been confirmed yet by Warner Brothers Discovery, which I hope they actually do. It would be really dumb of them to put this movie on a chopping block and not do a sequel when the first one was so successful, and it has nothing to do with your future plans. Now you can make it have something to do with your future plans if you want to tie that universe with whatever, but your standalone Joker did well. Your standalone Batman did well. They had nothing to do with each other. They had nothing to do with the Snyderverse. There doesn't seem to be a reason why we would need to cancel this movie.
If they make a sequel to Batman or Joker, yes, I'll be happy. Yes, I'll see it. But if they were to come out right now and say that's it, they're one and done, I will be just as happy.
I don't know if I would be happy. I mean, the movie was great as a standalone. There's room for a sequel, but it ended where, it tied everything up pretty well, not having a sequel. But I would love for it to have a sequel, It was
And what
great.
Rudy said is what we've been saying for the longest time. Not everything needs to be connected.
No, and that's fine. The
Yeah.
Batman doesn't need to be
I'm not
connected to
saying
their
to you. I'm just
future.
saying
Yeah.
in general. I'm just saying like this is something that you as well as we've been saying for the longest time.
Yeah.
Just because Marvel has all their shit connected doesn't mean DC has to do the same. We've mentioned many times they could if they want to, which it looks like they might be doing. They could have like a separate like here's the DC universe and then here's the separate standalone movies. So we'll see, but
I could go for a Catwoman spinoff. That's just me though.
I think for right now, you can be 100% sure that you're not going to be getting a spinoff from every single thing they're making, right? They're creating a team. They're going to do this properly, and they're going to not just start throwing money around and just making spinoff after spinoff after spinoff. That doesn't make them profitable. So right, so their biggest goal right now is to make this company that was hemorrhaging money be profitable again. So they have to be smart about the movies that they put out and the shows that they put out. We got confirmation today from Lady Gaga that she will be in the sequel to The Joker, which I will be playing for you here. So this is what she posted on her Instagram. It was pretty cool. There's some music playing in the background, but the movie is called Joker Folie à Deux, and Folie à Deux stands for it is a delusion or mental illness shared by two people in close association, which I think is very good for them to call it that. I looked it up. I didn't know that it meant that. I just thought it was like French for like a sequel or something, but it turned out
when you
to
see
be
two, yeah, it's just like all
yeah,
right, this has something with the
Folie
number
à Deux, yeah. So it's just very interesting that they're already telling you that she will be playing Harley Quinn. She will have the same mental illness as him, and it's going to be very interesting to see their interaction. They had
Has
mentioned
that been
before.
confirmed?
She confirmed that she released
She
this.
confirmed she's going to be in it. Has she confirmed that she's going to play Harley Quinn and have the same mental illness?
Well, I think if you
I mean, it's
watch this video,
speculated.
I mean, if you watch this video, I think it pretty much confirms it, right? She's dancing with him.
I mean, I
I
get
think
it, but
she'll be.
I mean, it's not like
not necessarily confirmed,
specifically saying said
Yeah.
I mean,
anything.
sure, she's not
But
saying
we can
she will be
assume-
Harley Quinn,
yeah,
but
yeah. I was just curious. Okay,
I'm
I
just
just want to know
gonna.
if anybody flat out said it.
I'm
No.
curious. I'm curious their dynamic in the movie because, like, especially in the Harley Quinn show, the animated series, and a lot of like the other animated series like Batman and all that stuff, like Justice League, uh, Joker treats Lady Gaga treats Harley Quinn like crap. So I'm curious if it's like the same dynamic,
Joker treats Harley
Because
Quinn like
Joker-
property.
Joker in the first movie kind of just seemed like a timid, broken guy. So I don't see him like being that like excessive dickhead to a Harley Quinn type character. But
Well,
I'm
but he
curious to
wasn't.
see.
He wasn't fully Joker right? He was still in the beginning. He became Joker at
Oh,
the end
that
when he
that is
killed,
true.
right? So
It
we
was
don't know
like
how much time has gone between the first and second movie. We don't know how much he has evolved with his illness. So there's a lot to be left up to the writers to, to do what they do and create a great story. So here's hoping for that. Um, all right, we covered that. Um, we covered the crap management at WB. Ben Affleck is coming back, and the final piece of news from Warner Brothers Discovery is that they will be merging um, HBO Max and Discovery Plus. So I took it upon myself to create a little GIF here. Right, you got Discovery Plus, HBO Max,
For,
fusion.
for for all our listeners out there that say GIF, I'm here to represent you. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, whatever, GIF, GIF. I honestly just don't care anymore.
I
you
know.
don't say giraffe, do you?
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck, bro. I honestly don't. I'll say giraffe if I want to. You can't tell me it's wrong.
You can say
Um,
giraffe if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
yeah, I can identify as a giraffe too. Look, what are you
There you
gonna do
go.
about it? Um,
Tomato, tomato, giraffe, giraffe.
yeah, exactly. So you have Warner Brothers Discovery merging. Sorry, HBO Max and Discovery Plus merging. Content is gonna be combined. So Disco had mentioned the season 2 of The Peacemaker starting to film. I mean, hopefully it goes through, but at this point, it's still in speculation. I don't think they still know what they want to do with their shows and their content on either platform, but they will start combining it. And we should have a new platform the summer of 2023 launching. Don't know the name of it yet, whether it's going to take one name or the other, or it's going to be a combination of both. Um,
I mean, if they're
is
smart, they're going to call it HBO Max and act like Discovery Plus doesn't exist because
They can
let's be
call
real,
it
they'll be
HBO
fine.
Discovery.
Yeah, or
Um,
just keep it HBO Max. Like, who
yeah,
gives a shit about the Discovery Plus portion of it? Really?
They're gonna be HBO D Max, HBO Discovery Max.
I'll
yeah,
tell you. Yeah,
yeah.
just
HBO Discovery.
HBO Max makes the most sense.
Yeah, it
It's
does because that's the name most people know.
Yeah.
they're gonna say HBO Plus.
Henry mentioned this says isn't HBO getting 70% of their staff reduced? It could be Henry. They're doing a lot of cuts and a lot of layoffs.
I read that in an article that they're stopping all like written shows and they're cutting staff, like he mentioned.
Yeah,
I didn't read too deep into it, but it sounds like they're
yeah, they're definitely making cuts. Again, their main priority is to make the company profitable, so they need to do that for now until they can merge everything properly. Start putting out shows that will be profitable for them. Um, and we'll see what happens after that. But I'm really proud of my GIF or GIF, whatever, that I made about this fusion, and yeah, I just
it's
wanted
at,
to show it off. This is the new DC regime, and I'm looking forward to what comes out of it. I really hope it is profitable. I really hope they create great movies and content, and I really hope they can keep the Batman in this new movement that they're doing. What do you guys think about all this news?
I I'm not a big fan of DC's. Y'all know that. I mean, at least not their movies. Their comics are something to be said. Something else to be said. But their movies, I don't know. They've always
Well,
been lackluster.
that's
Uh,
because of the management and stuff like that, and that's what they're getting rid of. So that's why we're hoping this is a move in the right direction.
so yep. So exactly that sentiment. I hope it's a step in the right direction because they've had some hit or misses. A lot of it's been misses, but
Mm-hmm.
let's see where it goes.
Dan?
Yeah. In terms of this stuff, the HBO Max stuff or Warner stuff, as anyway. I don't know. I am a fan of most of the movies, but let's be real. At the end of the day, most comic book movies, whether it's Marvel, DC, or anyone else, majority of them are not good. They're not good. So I would like to see something different overall.
I think we have been oversaturated with them, and they're just becoming annoying now. But I wouldn't say
Uh,
majority isn't not
in,
good.
in my, I've
Yeah,
been
no, I
shitting on
know.
all these movies for years.
I
It's just
I
the
agree
world's
with
finally catching up to where I'm at.
I agree with both your statements. I think the Superman like motif like caught on. And everybody's like, "This is making money. Let's fucking just keep manufacturing that, spamming it out." And now that there were just too many superhero movies, it's like they're all trash. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
same as the
Mhm.
last one.
that's what I'm
Yep.
Okay,
saying. Between the movies
same
and
as that
shows,
other
like,
brand. Like, it's like it's just kind of the same
whether
shit.
it's DC doing a shitty Titan show or Marvel doing a shitty Moon Knight show, I could care less about either one or their movie. So it's just like I kind of hope it's in the right direction. I hope that they do something different.
Mhm.
Once again, this is one of those things where, honest to God, if they were just like, we're not making any more content, okay, like
Listen,
I'm perfectly fine with that.
the only thing that I'm worried about is like when not worried, but like disappointed with is that the HBO losing their scripted content because the scripted content is very good. I hope they end up keeping some of their scripted content. Um, I think Discovery Plus has the quote unquote unscripted content, like the real life bullshit shows.
Ain't nobody ever seen anything on that app.
Yes,
Like
so
reality shows, or
yeah, like reality shows, which are scripted content. You know what I mean? Hopefully, again, it is a move in the right direction. My final thoughts is that I hope this succeeds. I hope DC succeeds. I really love the brand. I love their superheroes. So, hopefully, we get good content from the new management.